Estonia, Slovenia and Sweden, Czechia play today, and Czechia, Estonia, Slovenia, Sweden. The second games of the window. Standings at the moment. Slovenia 3-1, Czechia 2-2. They qualify with a win tonight. Estonia 2-2. Sweden have to win to keep their qualification for the second round alive. All results are carried forward from the first round to the second round. 3 teams from each of the groups in the European qualifiers. 3 of the top 4 will go through to the second round, and all your results are carried forward. So it's crucial that you continue your good play. Here's Czechia. Wojciech Sikora. They're fine young players coming through. It's a different look. No Sadaransky, Wojciech Ruben. Players are moving on and retiring, and it's time for the young players to come through. Andre Sainal as well, 28 years old. Rehab Ballard, 23 years old, averaging 10-2-2 in his 4 games. Martin Svoboda and James Karnik playing in his basketball in Lithuania. So they've got some key players, but Sweden have got some players too. A young player who's had great success at the college level, who's wearing number 3 for Sweden tonight, Ampel Larsson, playing in the NBA for Miami Heat for the last couple of seasons. Denzel Anderson, let's start with well, he's a kind of vet. He's only 26 years old, 2 meters 4, 7 points, 2 rebounds. Great atmosphere again. Elliot Kador, can he translate his college form to the international stage? Tobias Borg, 18 points, 2 rebounds last time these 2 teams met, which was right at the start of the qualification campaign in November. Pelle Larsson, we've mentioned. Kenny Poto, 23 years old, went to college in the States. Victor Gadafors is 29 years old now. Melvin Pantsar, one of the key players for this team, along with Zaba Bangala, number 1 in rebound, and Pantsar, number 1 in assists, and also a big player on the steal side as well. His second in assists, behind Hackinson, who is not playing this evening. Well, we're ready for game time almost. We'll pause for the national anthems.
Mina damer och herrar, dags för den svenska nationalsången.
Well, if that doesn't get you fired up for a must-win game for Sweden, Czechia will want to get the win tonight as well and get their qualification sorted before they play later on in this window. These are referees for this evening. Katy Salins, Gia Jacobs and Ilias Karpanos. And the technical delegate is Great Britain's very own Martin Ford. Great to see Martin continuing to get high-level basketball games. Starting five for Czechia is Jakub Nekash, Adam Kejval, Martin Paterka, Andre Sainal and Vit Krejci. Zidek Samora, Sakura Ballant and Elliot Godot. Now, they have a star head coach, Lubas Barn. Two great coaches here. He played numerous Eurobasket, second leading scorer in 1999 and leading steals man that tournament. Has been part of the national team set up under 23s, won gold with the Summer University Games in 2023. But we'll talk more about the coaches as we go. Pelle Larsson is going to be huge tonight. Can he deliver his NBA level performance on the international stage? Not always straightforward. Elliot Kadu gets the start. Pelle Larsson, Melvin Patzar, Bobby Klintman and Simon Bergander, the big from Badalona. Big bad big. Sweden will be hoping from Badalona tonight. They got Patu as well coming off the bench. And Tobias Borg. They got some game. Sweden. Mikko Rippinen, the Swede and Finn, great young coach. 38 years old. Lubas Barton's just 46. Head coach from 2021 till now. And his club coaching Ludwigsburg and moving on to Oradea for next season. So it'll be really interesting listening in to these fine coaches. Rippinen had success with Norrköping between 21 and 24, winning 4 Swedish leagues and 2 Swedish Cups. But Barton has won all the top European honours with Barcelona, EuroLeague, Eurocup, ULEB, and played many Eurobaskets for Sweden, averaging 19 points a game in 1999. He knows what's required. Can he translate that, which is the absolute key for great coaches who are great players? Can he translate his knowledge out of his mind and out of his soul and get these players playing to the highest level possible? With a win, Czechia are going to the second round of World Cup qualifiers. Just 1 minute to tip off. You can just about hear yourself think here. Wonderful night. It's a sea of yellow. Sweden know their FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers on the line. Really looking forward to this one. Just some unbelievable games, an unbelievable atmosphere, and some unbelievable players and plays. The fans, the young fans, the families, they're on camera. Look at that. That's an evening and a moment to remember for that young fan and her mother. And I'm sure these players realise their responsibility to deliver on the biggest stage now. Sweden will not want things to go west here on their home floor in Stockholm. They will want to take it to the last set of games, which will be on Monday. Czechia play Estonia. Sweden will travel to Slovenia. They need to get it done tonight to keep things moving forward. Czechia play Estonia. But it's all about here and now. Larsson looking focused. We've had some great NBA performances. Jokic, the pleasure of covering Turkey versus Bosnia-Herzegovina yesterday. Şengün and Bosnia-Herzegovina as well. They've got a great young player as well. Sweden, can they get a quick start? Bobby Klintman back to the top. Melvin Pantsar, what a super player he is. Elliot Kadur. And right to the bucket. Remember, Heisman Trophy winner. He's loving that. Won the NCAA Final Four with Michigan Wolverines. Did declare for the draft, but that hasn't happened in relation to NBA yet. He's called it a learning process. Well, playing in the FIBA Basketball World Cup Qualifiers is going to be a learning process for Kadur. And Pell as well, and then Bergander getting there. Big long arms, keeping the ball up high. Threes incoming, just off. Great energy and hustle from Sweden, get early. 21 years old, Elliot Kadur, NCAA champion with the Wolverines and the most outstanding player at the NCAA tournament. Foul call. If you're just joining us, Czechia in blue, Sweden in yellow, as you can see from the sea of yellow we've got in the stands. With the foul. Andre Senal at the line. 28 years old, 1.90 m, playing at Nürnberg. It's club basketball. World Cup qualifiers so far. 15 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 5.5 assists. He's second for Czechia in all those key stats. Makes the first free throw. And the second. Elliot Kadur passes to Pelle Larsson. Can they keep the ball moving and sharing it so they've got various points of attack? Bergander looks for the pass and the screen. Pantsar in just a few issues. Bergander back to Pantsar. Shot clock running down. They need to be aware of that. Fadeaway J is off. Tough move there for Sweden. Senal, still Senal. Nice stream. Little shot off the glass. Adam Cagle couldn't quite get the rebound for Czechia. And that's attacking Jakub Pečas. First foul for Jakub. Hope you're enjoying the action wherever you are, however you're watching it. Another foul. Andre Senal. Second team foul for Czechia. Hand on the back. Larson, crossover. Maybe he could have elevated there, and he's trying to be the pass first. Nice rip through, crossover, inside, outside. Pantsar. Larson goes right, still got it. Now steps through. That is incredible balance. Pelle Larsson, who has a little wry smile to himself. You don't need speed downhill all the time. One Euro step, core strength, balance, and Larsson loves it, and he goes to the line for the bonus. Little fake in there as well off one leg. That's Luka Garza. He had a couple of moves like that last night. I had the pleasure of covering that game against Turkey. Turkey are taking the W, staying perfect. And that looked like a perfect free throw stroke as well. Gaza, of course, playing with the Celtics. Larson with the Miami Heat. Şengün with the Houston Rockets. The Joker, Denver Nuggets. All the big guns are out. There's more that I may have missed as well. But it's about those role players as well. You've got to play your role to the highest level possible. Pansar understands that. Pansar to Bergender. He can play a little bit of inside out, but we're mainly running those pick and rolls and being a nuisance off the glass. Wonderful play and attack to the bucket, and the crowd rise as one. As Melvin Pansar, what a move. That is unreal. The crowd are loving that. 7-2. Pansar at the line. Knocks down the free throw. Had Sweden sending out an early message. Kadu. Interesting to see how he copes against these some really experienced players. Foul. Pansar, remember, he's one of the leaders in steals for Sweden. 2.5 steals a game. He's #1. The 2 games against Estonia, Pansar 12 points, 4 rebounds, 5.5 assists. So averaging a lot of action and handoff. A miscommunication. 2 against 1. Bergender, little handoff. Good play. Pelle Larsson again looking for his teammates early. Obi Klintman to the line. Young rising star, 2'6", playing for Virtus Segafredo Bologna. 23 years old, first World Cup qualifier appearance for Bobby. Played in the FIBA Under-20 European Championships in 2022, putting up 16 and 10 and 5 over 7 games. So there was clearly some serious potential. And now he is fulfilling that and playing for his national team. Knocking their free throws down early. The next generation of Swedish stars are showing out. Kadu, Klintman. Ten to 2. Sweden in control here. Remember, they're 1 and 3. Czechia 2 and 2, and they had a big win in Czechia against Sweden on game day 1. 97-80, 17-point difference. Seinar with 5 points, including that long-range 3. Pansar looking for options. Klintman, little touch screen, and then another screen coming. Now he's posting up. Little push shot from the free throw line. Wow, that takes great touch and concentration. Good rebound, nice job. James Carnett can't get it to go. Push ahead. Larsson slows down. Oh, trademark move by the looks of it. And it's putting the defense off. They're getting out of sync. Elliot Kadu with a smile and a nod. Watch this again. It's like a gather, and he goes into his step almost off 2 feet to 1 foot, to slowing down. And then, well, just great concentration. It's the modern game. Go downhill if you need to, and fast, but otherwise, it's quick, slow. And Coach Lubos Barton needs to say the right things in the right order. Timeout, check it.
Offensively, let's move the ball a little bit more. We get a good shot, we must rebound the ball. If you have it, put back good. If not, find an open shot. Take a shot. Now, defensively, ease up, smart ball pressure. We have no more bonus fouls. One-on-one. Larson, when he drives, he goes one, too slow. Ease up. But everybody, he's not passing the ball. Everybody's collapsed. All right, but Larson penetrates. All right? Next play, we go simple one-up. One-up. Attack the penetration line. Try to get inside. If they play contain, set a good screen, and your touch screen. All right, let's go.
Larson getting the crowd engaged. Just watch. Again, he's almost split leg 2 feet stepping through. And as coach said, he's like, I mean, he has looked to pass, but when he's attacking the basket, I like this. That is a long-range jump hook. That is pretty special from Bobby Clinton. A lot of confidence to take that shot, but he wanted it. He had the mismatch so he could shoot over the top. Nice play. Tyler Larson at the Larson absolutely automatic. 15-5, 6 points for Larson. Czechia, oh, blocked as well, Bergender, easy as you like. Not in this house. Great defense again. Long-range shot just off. Czechia, nice play, and almost and one. But that's good. That is good transition. Nice push ahead. Tobias Moore in, 32-year-old now with the foul. He's good to go. Well, the crowd doing their part, but Czechia with the free throws, 15-7. 1 of 8 field goals for Czechia, 5 of 9 for just attacking the defense from Karnik. He's stepping out on the pick and roll coverage. Luka Spartan trying to get his message across in this cauldron of noise, and Pelle Larsson, 25 years old, 1m96, 2 seasons at the Miami Heat. This season, 70 games. They lost in the play-in. 80% from the free throw line, 32% from 3. He looks automatic and really comfortable in this setting. Played at Eurobasket 2025 as well, put up big numbers, Larson, as Andre Sainau attacks, and he's hit. And he's just gone to the floor, and Andre Sainau, they don't want to lose him. I have just got hit in the face. And Jai with the foul. 31 into Sweden. Oh, beautiful pass and the fake and the finish. That is delicious play from Kenny Poto. Mentioned him in the team introductions. Watch out for him at 23 years old. They have got some game, these young Swedes. That is a perfect up fake. He just had a little look and great concentration to finish. Playing in that, Carney having to come out, and that's just superb pass ahead as Swoboda comes in. Kenny Poto, 2'7". Not putting up big numbers so far in these World Cup qualifiers, but the whole team is making their free throws. He's playing for Nevasis in the LKL, Lithuania, and he's up to 3 points. Pretty sharpish, almost stolen by Ball. Back cut, good defense, and foot violation. 20-7, Sweden in control at the moment. But we know from these qualifiers from around the world, is any league big enough? Probably not. Three-pointer incoming, short, good rebound, and that immediate push ahead. Victor Gadafors, catch, almost the three. Bulgar take it this time. In and out, great rebound, touch pass. They are sharing the basketball. Barrett Njai, I think, with the assist, and the Swedish crowd loving that and loving Poto's block. And up the other end is Kenny Poto. He's taking over. End to end, Kenny. And Czechia are having to have a rethink and a reset here. Sweden have got too much energy, too much togetherness. Who's going to do something next? Difficult to tell. Timeout, Czechia.
34 minut zbývá. Ale my musíme začít hrát agresivně v útoku, protože jsme blokující, máme paint touch a jdeme sami. Paint touch, buď to zakončím, anebo mám přirávku. Zatím mám to jenom klouže seme a nemáme žádnou hru. Jdeme hrát off-ballové věci, jdeme 45. Dobrou 45, dobrou clonu, bum. A pak chceme paint touch. OK? Jestli nic nemáme, jdeme ghost a chci paint touch. Pak jdeme 3 strana, ne, jedna strana pro výkon.
Just incredible energy, and all the players playing their role, and that's a great block. He's got good size, Poto. Beautiful pass as well by Barrett Njai. Keep an eye on him. Coach will be absolutely delighted at the way Sweden are playing. Almost a steal as well. They've got... And they get the steal. Barrett Njai, 2-on-1. Alley-oop. They missed that. The exuberance of youth. And coach might be saying, guys, let's just pass and pass it back. It would have been an amazing finish, but in a close game, maybe just pass, get it back, and the passer gets the ball back and makes the big play. Sikora at the line. Good shape. Sikora, and offensive rebound, but they just can't get it to go. Barrett Njai, 8 of 8 from the line, 4 of 6 for Czechia. Step through, hanging in the air. That's a bit of a slightly wild shot there from Borg. Here comes Czechia. Spin. And a foul. Nice play from Martin Svoboda. Also with the foul. Svoboda, 24 years old, 2'2", playing his club basketball at Sokol Pisek Cherny in Czechia. 3 games he's played, 5 points, 1 rebound, 60% from the free throw line. No score there, and Czechia need to make their free throws. They look a bit shell-shocked at the intensity and the depth of this Swedish team. Victor Gadefall, she's in. Shots up, shots down for Bobby Klintman. Now don't forget, he played at Wake Forest, playing in the G League and playing in the NBA with the Pistons. He's up to 7 points. You cannot sleep on him. So 2 NBA pedigree players on this Swedish team. Look at the speed as well of Baranjai. Wide open 3 in transition, just short, kept alive by Klintman and Bergander. What a great mix of talent and athleticism and IQ between those 2. Inside, Bergander, nice pass. And he's saying, well, it's not only Şengün who can make those passes inside. Look at Simon Bergander as well. 29-7. Vít Krejci has got to stop the bleeding here. Czechia before this gets out of hand. Offensive foul, almost. Open shot is off the front of the rim. And another one incoming from the wing is off. Another offensive rebound. Coach Rippinen will not be happy with that sequence where they've given away 2 offensive rebounds, but they come away unscathed, Sweden. Ball, penetrate, kick. Shots up, shot is down, Klintman. First time playing in these World Cup qualifiers, and he has announced that he belongs. Shots up and down for Czechia. Rihard Balint. How Czechia needed that. Timeout, Sweden. Time for us to take a breath and just appreciate what we're watching here and the emergence of a very special Swedish roster. Let's listen in.
Jag ljuger inte för er. Alla poäng är viktiga. Bra 3 poäng. Match up. Det spelar ingen roll. Vi behöver 5 spelare som håller 5 spelare. Håll dem framför oss. De vill skjuta catch and shoot.
Nej. Och låt inte dem trycka in oss. Okej, vi ska trycka in dem, men låt inte dem trycka in oss och ta det. Kom igen. Kom igen.
Vi spelar 1. Det är vad vi har.
Some of the highlights, and wow, Sweden obviously see that shot go down, and Coach Rippinen immediately time out. Full court pressure from Sweden, for Sweden to deal with from Czechia, and they attack behind the back. Is picked up and thrown down by Bobby Klintman. 2'6", flying to the bucket. What a star already. We're only Still in the first quarter, Klintman 12 points, 4 of 5 from the field, and that was the most athletic and eye-catching so far. Ball's loose, three-pointer up and good. For Richard Ballen, and Czechia just holding on. 6 points, 2 of 3 from the field for Ballen. Hands up. Bobby, he's not even hesitating, but that one's short, and that means Czechia can run. But good transition D from Sweden. All this being done with Pelle Larsson on the bench, so this is how strong they are. And Elliot Kador as well, who scored the first basket of the ball game. The shot clock and the game clock almost identical. Shots up and down, and how big could that be? Last second, half-court heave over the top. 34-16. Sweden have exploded in this game day 5 must-win qualifier. Sweden 34, Czechia 16. And here's the statistics: 10 of 14 from two-point range for Sweden, 2 of 8 from 3, 8 of 8 from the line. Really impressive from the free throw line. Some of the highlights, and that was the first move. Elliot Kador, and then Larsson with the inside-outside. Tried to pass it along the baseline, but then quick, slow, one-footed, and Larsson with the finish. That's a lot of practice to get that rhythm right, and again, protects it, and the defense is all out of sync. Tobias Ball trying to get the block shot there, rebound. Nice touch pass from Barrett Ndiaye, really confident play from him. First qualifiers for Barrett Ndiaye as well, and played at FIBA Eurobasket for Sweden as Obi Klintman just shows what he's got, and all smiles on the Swedish bench. So Ndiaye has played the Eurobasket and the pre-qualifying tournament in Turkey, and the World Cup qualifiers as well. Courtside 1891. Scan the QR code to access all the qualifiers around the world, not just the games, but so much more. Statistics and the FIBA Basketball World magazine show as well. And you can get up to date with everything, national team and club. Andre Senap back in. Czechia, can they have a better start? Yes, they can. That's a really good play from Pete Kresi. 34-18. Sweden now need to have a solid culture of basketball to keep in control of this game. Bergander steps out. Hand off to Pelle. It's very slow. They try and another touch pass, and they are so connected as Gadefors with the finish. 29-year-old, 2'3", gets the bucket straight down the other end. Sweden with Vít Krejci as well in the thick of it. Sweden 16th at the last Eurobasket. That is a beautiful touch pass from Bergander. Something similar from Barrett Ndiaye as well. At the line, Vít Krejci. Playing for the Atlanta Hawks. Well, another NBA player to be speaking about that's playing for his national team. Good size as well at 6'8", Bergander. Larson. Panzer, left hand finish, straight down Main Street. And gets the score. From the corner, off, ball's loose. Another rebound. Czechia getting into the game now. Balls falls into the hands of Melvin Panzer. 38-20. Sweden in control at the moment. Elliot Kador. Kador, nice pass to Panzer. Panzer attacks. And he's blocked, but he's fouled as well. Just got ahead of his defender. Krejci, too much body there. He did get the block in the end, but he'd already committed the foul on the way to the basket. Krejci, third foul. He just can't get into the game, the Atlanta Hawk player. They need him. Whereas on the other side of the court, Sweden have got all their key players making key plays. And there's Panzer. 26 years old, 1.88 m, playing at Unicaja. 29 minutes a game so far in his 2 games versus Estonia. 12 points, 4 rebounds, 5.5 assists, and 2.5 steals. He leads Sweden. Nothing but net again. Played at Eurobasket 25 and the World Cup qualifiers in 2023. Much to be said about Melvin Panzer, and he's here on the front foot leading this Swedish team. Hand-off action. Sweden trying to keep the ball on one side. They get open and there's a foul. Slightly late whistle, but it's the correct call. The defense momentum as Kadu went into the shooter to try and challenge the shot. Jan Zidek draws the foul. 26 years old, playing in Spain for Tazona, 2'4". Played in all 4 games so far, 12 minutes a game, 5 points. And a rebound and assist again, 70% from the free throw line. Just 2 of 9 from behind the arc. It's Kadu. Came out to challenge the shot. And that's better free throw shooting with Jan Zidek. Larson, a round arm shot makes that. He is a very special talent as Rehab Allen with the foul. First foul for Ballen. Kadu. Catch. Splash. He is totally confident. NCAA Final Four winner with Michigan Wolverines and voted the outstanding player of that tournament. That's great praise for the young Swedish talent. And that is an offensive foul, and Kadu was playing for that the whole time during that offense, and Zidek fell for it. A 20-point lead for Sweden early in the second quarter, 43-23. Then Zidek just catches, light on his feet, immediately turns, faces the bucket, drains the 3. What's great about these summer windows, another one coming up, game days 1 and 2 for the second round, which Sweden want to be involved in. And that's why it's so important, imperative, they win tonight on their home floor, especially with the lineup and talent that they have, that they can take from the NCAA winning team and NBA players as well, G League players with Pelle Larsson and Klintman. Klintman inside. Victor Gadefors wasn't able to receive that. So turnover, a rare one. In fact, Sweden's first one. Rihar Ballan looking for option. Full screen offered. Inside, and Pelle Larsson almost. Words between Jakub Nečas. It's a foul, but there was a little bit of a hand on the back there. But this is what these Czechia players need to do. They've got to stand up to the talent of Pelle Larsson. Try and get him into some foul trouble. That's his first. Points, 2 assists, 1 rebound for Larsson. 10 fast break points for Sweden, just 2 for Czechia. So Czechia looking for options. Here comes one from behind the three-point line. And a nice play from Ondrej Sena, who drains the three after the handoff. Czechia dragging themselves back into this. Kadu penetrate, and he got too deep into the defense. They've got some young players. Again, maybe Kadu should have just gone, wow. He could have Euro stepped around the defense there, but that's nice. Nice handoff from James Karnik, and the three-pointer from Pats are out, and Tobias Borg is in. Rotating the bench. Coach Nico Rippinen not too happy with something, but the game continues. Borg on defense against Ballan. Nice pass, open three, but good defense from Klintman. And he gets the rebound after the closeout. Pelle Larsson. Larsson, good defense from Czechia. They comes from the weak side. Nice job from Nečas. Catch and shoot in transition. And rebound from Bergander. Right place, right time for Simon. He dives, he was open for a second. Just got to let that ball fly. Read and react. Shots up, and shots good. Nice ball screen from Bergander, and Tobias Borg drains the three. His first three-pointer. Nice rebound. Outlet, Kadu. What can he do? He gives you his speed, and as easy as you like, he gets to the bucket. No continuation. And Czechia in team fouls. Just comes up nice and slow, and a foul. Ondrej Sena not able to cope with that, and Czechia weren't able to cope with the ball screen and the score from Tobias Borg. Second foul for Sena. Back in the game, Bara and Jai bringing a real energy, and beautiful shot, wonderful arc from Pelle Larsson. He's up to 11 points, and that was a beautiful shot. 32% from the line in the NBA for the Miami Heat this season. Nečas trying to play strong. Nečas steps in, throws it up and in, and he's a man on a mission for Czechia, trying to keep them in touch. Barrett and Jai. It's game day 5 of 6 in the first round. These teams will play again on Monday. Oh, Larson can't get it to go, but nice rebound by Kenny Poto. Poto at 2 meters. Poto's just 23 years old. And never assists in the LKL Lithuania. 9.6 rebounds, 1 assist, 61% from the line, 48% from 3 in that league this year, 65% from 2. So putting up some good numbers for his club. And now doing a job for Sweden in this must-win encounter on their home floor. They've reached 50 points and we're only just over halfway through the second quarter. Shot is flat and good rebound by Njai. He is a lively guard. Nice handoff. They're going to have to kick it back out again. Good transition D from Czechia. Njai. Larson with the fake. Just plays with a nice, smooth, calm persona, Pelle Larsson. Natchas out, and he just brought Natchas all the way out towards him and almost past him on the closeout. Larsson will be at the free throw line, where he's 100%, 4 from 4. 11 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. Looking totally relaxed on his home floor in Stockholm. Basket 2025, 19 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists in 5 games. And he played in the World Cup 23 qualifiers as well. And they're playing against the team Czechia. Go back to 2019. They finished 6th in that World Cup. And made a lot of noise. There's the free throws, 13 of 14, 93% for Sweden, 9 of 13 for Czechia. Just over 4 minutes remaining in the second quarter. It's FIBA Basketball World Cup 2027 qualifiers for the World Cup that is going to be in Qatar next August and September. Balls loose. Czechia still have it, and they just by hustle and relentless offensive rebound. Sikora with the score. 52-30. Extra pass into the corner. Just not quite there for Klintman. He tries to get the steal. Into the post. Nice turn by Martin Peterka. 31 years old now, Martin Peterka. Njai's second foul. Peterka, 9 points a game, just under 6 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and in the game last time against Sweden in Czechia, 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist, and he's been playing for his national team for many years as he makes the free throw. Since 2017, he played at the FIBA Eurobasket. I would have commentated on him there. Czechia were in Cluj-Napoca. For the group stage, and Gadafors is fouled. Victor Gadafors. That's Patrick Zamora with an obvious foul, and that was a quick foul really. And Sweden continue at the free throw line. Sweden just look totally focused, knowing this is do or die situation with that. Poto turns, and nice fade away. Kenny Poto. He is a spark as well off the bench. Great hands by Gadafors. Here comes Njai and gets it knocked loose from behind. Maybe should have just pushed it ahead to Victor Gadafors and maybe could have got it back. Changing the angle of attack there. Njai passes out to Foto. Panzer, step back off the left hand, dribble, nothing but net, and it's raining threes for Melvin Panzer. That is a thing of beauty. 10 points, 1 of 2 from behind the arc. Czechia just can't contain Sweden at the moment. Shots up, they're starting to get some offensive rebounds. They can't get the finish. And Klintman in the end comes in from behind and commits the foul. Bobby Klintman, 23 years old. Samora at the line. Misses. And he misses the second, but Czechia get the offensive rebound. And they get the steal, and here comes Larson. Bounce pass ahead. So Gadafors. Deep three is off. Bergander keeps the rebound alive, but Samora with the loose rebound off the bounce. An attack, and that's offensive foul, and Larson, well, they've called it a defensive foul. I'm not sure about that, unless his feet were in the charge circle. That's a defensive foul. Martin Svoboda, Larsson's second foul. Will they remove him for the last 2 minutes? Martin Svoboda, 24 years old, 2 meters 2. And this is the free throw. %60 from the line. Missed another, ball's loose. Pansar has it, great pass ahead, and that is outstanding, with Badr Njai saying thanks very much. And Coach Lubas Barton, there's not much you can do about that, as Czechia hits 60 points with 1:45 remaining in the second quarter. Just amazing offensive output from this super talented team. Step through, nice play. A little bit of order restored by Martin Paterka. 26 to 8 points in the paint for Sweden. Pansar just dribbles the ball back out. Njai in motion. Deep three, just long. Big rebound from Vet Krejci. Krejci just fakes the three and can't quite get it to go. He's been struggling so far. Nice pass and blocked. Just couldn't get the elevation there, Martin Svoboda. And Bergander right there to block the shot. 28 years old now, Simon Bergender. Sweden are being treated to a massive lead at the moment as we approach half-time. Handoff. Three-pointer up, tough though, fade away. Bergender with the rebound. Here they come again, Sweden. Probing, looking for early options. Bergender all the way across, Larsson. Bounce pass, Pansar. That would have been picture-perfect ball movement from the team in yellow. Second differential almost between game and shot clock. And just a little hesitation. And Krejci gets to the line. Beat Krejci. Timeout Sweden. Krejci will want to make an impression here. Let's listen in to the timeout.
19 sekunder. Bra sista skottet. Om vi skjuter med 3, 2 eller 4. Så det kan gå på returen. Press break först. Vi går 4, men vi byter. Simon är på 4. Viktor på 5. Spela fotbollen, stanna, okej, med 7 sekunder. Viktor för Simon. Och så spelar ni 2 mot 2. Jag tror de kommer trappa. Du kan välja. Jag tror de kommer trappa dig. Så Simon, stanna. Okej, med 7 sekunder går vi.
Well, what a performance without Hackinson as well. But he's not required at the moment, and Czechia are they just haven't got an answer at the moment, or can't sustain a way of playing. It is going to slow Sweden down, and the fans courtside and on the baseline and up in the stands are being treated to a masterclass at the moment. Still second half action to come. So Sweden can have the final shot. 5 seconds. Njai attacks. Foul, and Panzer will go to the line for 2 shots, which will mean Czechia will get 2.8 seconds to try and get a Reilik's first foul. And to check Reilik, and on comes Denzel Anderson. Melvin Pansar, 26 years old. Playing for Malaga this year, the Basketball Champions League. Of course, they've won it the last 2 years. He makes the free throw. Substitutions in. And they've only got a couple of seconds. Half-court heave is up, hits the top of the backboard. And Sweden, wow, a must-win game. They are taking this game by the scruff of the neck. Half-time, Sweden 61, Czechia 35. High fives all round. And Czechia, well, they are in a big deficit at the moment. And look at the confidence of these players as they leave the arena. A lot of smiles and a lot of young talent, and there's the leader. Pansar has gone through, as well as Pelle Larsson, but also Bobby Klintman. What a fantastic half he's had. Larson, top scorers, Larson 13, Klitman 12, Pansar 11, Sano 11, Krejci 6 and Balin 6 for Sweden and Czechia. And here's some highlights. Nice play there from Czechia. That is just beautiful play. And Gadafors with really great concentration. Of course, Pansar, as we look at these highlights, Pansar winning the FIBA World Cup with Bilbao. They've been in 2 finals against PAOK. So great European pedigree within the Swedish team, and then players playing in the G League, the NBA, and top college players as well with Elliot Kadur. So they really have got a bit of everything in this lineup. And then Pansar just throws that ahead for Njai, who accepts the invitation to run and finish, and he is up by the hoop there, showing his athleticism. So there's the highlights. Don't go anywhere. Sweden on top at the moment. We'll see you the other side of the break.
And without Elvar Fredriksson on the floor, it's quite a struggle offensively here for Iceland. Good hands, big time, Labana, good night. Well, I think Marek Blažević just had enough at this point.
Hungary trying to find some rhythm. Oh, big time dunk. That's some rhythm, just thrown up and crushed.
Here we go, driving in and getting the block. It goes off of Yurtseven.
Well, get him rejected. To Bellis, said not in your house. And oh my goodness, both ends of the floor. His name is Azuolas Tubelis. What a play. Atsi Prashal, excuse me. Fernandez gets a high screen, goes behind the back, and that is the La Laguna Tenerife combo. Well, in the BCL, you've seen that time and time again.
On the verge of winning here, if they could get something good, they can! Here's 3, Timo Lambola! They lead by 1!
I'll use the high screen instead, roll into the basket! Onen Uciuk over the top, what a slam! Poland rolling, the score from Lloyd, the stop. Dominic Onen Uciuk.
Sally Niang, once again! Niang gang, baby! Well, I spoke about his athleticism. I told you what to expect, and Saliu Niang delivers.
The score is wrong on the board. It's an 82-81. Lloyd steps back for the game. Oh, Jordan Lloyd for the win. Silence in the arena. Jordan Lloyd has broken the hearts of this Latvian crowd. Jordan Lloyd has a 37-point game, but the last three are the most important three.
Got to get it inbound. Fredriksson goes behind the back, goes up for it. Ah, baby! Good night, Iceland! Elva, MVP Fredriksson has done it. They found a way, and they came back and won it.
How many times are we going to see this?
Baseline, are you kidding me?
Papa Nicolau says, give it to me.
Chicago attacks the closeout, feed Bruno inside.
Fills it up. It's all right.
Welcome back to Stockholm. There's Czechia game leaders. Sano 11 points, Paterka 4 rebounds. Sano 3 assists. And Czechia are in a Swedish storm right here in Stockholm. Up against players like Bobby Klimpman, with G League and NBA experience with Detroit Pistons, and obviously Pelle Larsson as well. And Barry Njai, who's been playing the last few seasons in Braunschweig in Germany. He's putting up good numbers there and played in the G League back in 21-22. So Czechia have got to find a way to do it as a team. And of course, Melvin Pantsar, FIBA Europe Cup winner. Sena, 11 points, 3 of 7 from the field. And they've just got to keep their head down and keep pushing forward, because this is a chastening defeat. And they will end up, Sweden, we talked about it with the head-to-head, 97-80, Czechia beat Sweden on game day 1. Well, at the moment, Sweden have blown that out of the water, and they will have the head-to-head on Czechia if it comes to it. If they are tied, and a decision needs to be made to separate them. Larsson 13 points, Klimpman 6 rebounds, Borg 4 assists, and Gadefors as well, doing a nice job as well. A lot of interchangeable parts in this Swedish team. Some old, some new. Gadefors just trying that Bobby Klimpman. I think that's what took us by surprise. They caught the ball, turned and faced the basket and made a push shot as he walks through in good timing. And there's the top NCAA player from the Final Four this year, with the winning with the Michigan Wolverines, Elia Kador. And out they come. Can they keep the same? There's the young fans wanting the autographs. I'm sure the players will have time following the game, but first off, they've got to keep the same intensity. The crowd have been treated, and well, we all have, to Pelle Larsson's excellent first half. 13 points, 6 of 6 from the line, just 3 of 7 from the field, 2 assists. But Sweden will need to keep this going. They won't be able to take their foot off the pedal. Let's listen in to the coaches. Coach Mikko Rippinen, 38 years old. I mean, he's been a good coach, top coach, a number of years now at just 38. Here's the World Cup Qualifiers app. Do download it, scan the QR code. Everything you need to know about the European Qualifiers, Americas, Africa and Asia. Pelle Larsson in discussion with one of the officials. So Czechia, what can they do? What can that man, Vít Krejčí, playing the Atlanta Hawks in the NBA, what can he do to turn things around here? Of course, Krejčí just looking deep, diving deeper into his NBA journey. He was with Atlanta and then moved across to the Portland Trail Blazers, averaging 9 points the game. An elite 42% shooter from three-point range. Following Sadorensky along that route, so Krejci will really want to explode this second half. Let's make a game of it. Kadu, Larsson, Pansar, Klintman, Bergander for Sweden. Bergander turns, passes it back out, extra pass, fake, and they've run out of shot clock there. A little bit messy from Sweden. Say Krejci being in the NBA, they're missing Sadorensky, but the next generation need to, as Sweden are looking towards. With Njai and Bobby Klintman at 24 and 23, and even younger Elliot Kador. They're looking to their youngsters to deliver now, and Pelle Larsson with this pace that he caught the ball, and yet again Jakub Nečas just can't cope with the pace that Pelle Larsson plays at, and he just runs straight. It's only a minor touch, but his hand has touched the shooter's elbow, so it's a foul. Fourth foul for Nečas. He just hasn't been able to get into the game. Pelle Larsson at the line. 70 games for the Miami Heat. 50% from the field, or just under 32% from three, 80% from the line. I think that's the stat that stands out, especially the way that he's shooting the rock from the free throw line today. He just doesn't look like he's going to miss. So if Sweden continue at the pace they're at, they will go to 2 and 3. Czechia will be 2 and 3, but Sweden will be in third, and Czechia will not have the head-to-head against Sweden. Also depends what's happening in the Estonia game and Slovenia. We will update on that in due course. Shots up, front rim. Another offensive rebound. They've had some success anticipating offensive rebounds. And I think that was a pass, potentially, but it went in. When you're good and you're lucky, good things happen. Sainal up to 13 points, 50% from the field. Kadu attacks inside, outside, off the glass. I tell you what, he just glides through the court. He's got the inside, outside. He's got the crossover. And it's 1.85 m. He's got a wide extension, meandering his way through the maze of blue shirts. And he gets to the bucket, and Elliot Kador, well, great to have him here. And 64-37. Sweden continue to be in control. Klintman just off. They don't want to shoot too quickly. This is a big thing, big debut for him, for the national team, and he's taking it to duck like water. What's he going to do here? And they just couldn't get it right. That's two alley-oops they've missed. They've got to take care of business, because Czechia could come here and finish. They go to the line. They've got to take care of business. Almost treat it, and I'm sure coach is saying, treat it like it's a close game, and let's focus. Let's play loose, but let's not lose our concentration on the offensive end. Bergander, second foul. And Martin Peterka, what a servant for this national team. Made his debut at the Eurobasket 2017. 64-38. They're going to need to clean up the Five steals to one for Sweden. (18 of 21 from the line, 12 of 21, so 6 points difference right there from the free throw line. 86% as a team is pretty outstanding. Elliot Kador against Vít Krejci. Atlanta Hawks and Portland Trailblazer player this season, shooting over 40% from three. Nice, and a little no-look pass from Bobby Klintman, and Bergander wasn't ready. They've got to stick together here. 25-point lead. Too much French pastry maybe on that attempt. Maybe the spacing wasn't quite right, but Bergander was not ready to catch that pass. Paterka, Sano, Krejci, Balint and Karnik on the floor for Czechia. Now, Sweden will want to put their foot down here and be really smart. Panzer, and quick pass to Kadu, no hesitation. Shot off left, big rebound from Czechia. And they're still going, spin, stop, and left-handed finish. And I think the intensity has just dropped, maybe for the first time tonight. Sweden, no points scored for 2 minutes 30 and counting. Gaddafors, and that Gaddafors just put that right. Must have realised, little voice in his head said, give me the ball. And he's up against Andre Sainal and he had the advantage. But Czechia straight back at you. 23-point lead for Czechia. Remember, 17-point advantage Czechia had against Sweden in game day one of this qualification campaign, 97 to 80. That's the magic number for Sweden. So make sure they're north of plus 17. Balint with his second foul. So Sweden with a sideline possession. Kadu. Ball screen coming from Bergander. All the way into the corner, extra pass. Nice step through. I tell you what, Elliot Kador is coming. In fact, that was Panzer there. Nice jump stop. And the finish with the left hand. Panzer, 13 points, 4 of 9 from the field. 25-point advantage again for Sweden. They won't want to be messing around with that advantage, especially when Andre Sano knocks that down. 22-point advantage for Sweden. Panzer, tough shot, misses, and here comes Czechia. Paterka looking for the standstill three, and he drains it. And now the lead is under 20 for the first time for a long time. Nice play, and the crowd have got to stay in this as Paterka, he set the screen, and I don't think the Swedish fans were happy with that, but it's forced a timeout from Sweden. Let's listen in.
Drag in the backcourt. Okay, they're switching. So after the action, look inside, Simon or Victor, and they switch. Okay, let's go.
Well, Sweden are still in control of this game, but you've just seen how things are turning around. And now the lead is just 19. (68-49). Sweden out of the timeout. Are they going to go on another run? Kado. I don't think he will get the continuation, but he's got a lot of game, a lot of pace from a standing start almost. Gets loose, steps across the defense. A balanced third foul. Panzer. Back to Kado. Larson. Larson. Just can't get it to go. Nice fight by 33, James Karnik. That's how they've got to play. There's plenty of time to go. Panzer, 2.5 steals a game. That's his second foul, so Coach Rippinen protecting his key players. Nice job from Kadu. Here comes Sweden. Larson, can he create? But again, Gadafors trying to go on the far side, and Pelle Larson cleans up. 21-point lead. Remember, 97-80 was the lead, was the win by Czechia back in November. Game day 5 of 6 game days of the first round. Nice pass inside position. And Karnik having some success under the hoop. Bergander Bergander in the game, but he wasn't able to affect that. And Elliot Kadu, he is a handful. And James Karnik coming out on the pick and roll defense. And Luba Spartan played at numerous Eurobaskets, trying to get the best out of this Czechia team. Just getting inside position on Bergander and Jain. Tobias Borg. Larson, this could do with going down. They couldn't get it, but great rebound by Gadafors. And Jain. Faked by Gadafors. Left hand is good. That's a nifty move. 14 second chance points for Sweden to 4 from Czechia. And just getting the pass and the shots are up. Another offensive rebound. They're really doing well. And the shots up. That is big time play from Krejci. And he's just showing a glimpse there of what Atlanta Hawks and then Portland Trailblazers saw in him. Shooting over 42% from behind the arc. And a space maker. Keeps the defense active. And he shoots that right in Kenny Poto's face. 18-point deficit. Gadafors with his second foul. Both teams in team fouls. Another 3 coming. Just can't save it there. Marian Jai. Wojciech Sikora. And in comes Samorada as well. Paterka, and they've turned it over. Defense was all underneath, and he just threw it all the way across. Wojciech Sikora on defense now. 5 turnovers, Sweden 9 for Czechia. Nice pass inside, and Klintman makes the fadeaway. And out of bounds again. Back-to-back turnovers for Paterka. Sweden turning up the heat. There was Häkkinen just watching on. Can Sweden take control of this game again? Almost a turnover. Two minutes 40 remaining in the third. Almost knocked loose by Andre Sainau, but they get it back. Borg inside. That pass was not on by Poto, but they get the steal, but then they miss. It's just concentration from Sweden. Klintman attacks. That pass wasn't on again. They're just no spacing. Here comes Czechia with the throwdown from James Karnik, silencing the arena here in Stockholm, in Hovet. Enjoy its concentration. They just can't get it to go now. The hoop seems to be getting a little bit smaller. That is outstanding effort from Klintman. If things are going to start going awry on the offensive end, the defense and the hustle has got to extend and go up a notch or two. But that is... and Bahrain Giants needs to make that. But then they pass ahead. And a nice dunk by James Karnik. 5 of 17 this quarter, Sweden. 8 of 12 for Czechia. Inside. Just short for Klintman, but he's got his own miss. And I think that's a really good tactic for Sweden. Get the spacing better, go inside. Rebound, Bergander. Sweden trying to regain control. They're +3 at the moment on the head-to-head. Nice pass from Bergander. Playing point centre. Victor Gadefors fouled and will go to the line. Big three throws these are. Gets that to go. He's been playing in Taiwan this season. New Taipei. Gadefors, so well travelled. And Sweden very pleased to have him here. He's one of the more experienced players. 21-point lead. They're +4 on the head-to-head. +3, excuse me. 17 is what Czechia won their first game on, but they're not, it's not +3 for long because it's that man again, Vít Krejci. They cannot take their eyes off him, Sweden. It's now 18-point lead. They're tied. Sweden will want to win by no less than 18. Njai, long range shot, just off. But they get the steal. Gadafors leading the way. Back outside. And now they're just going to run the clock down. Literally no time between game and shot clock. The crowd showing their appreciation. Njai high off the glass, can't get it to go. And Bergander, 2 attempts. And Martin Svoboda, the passion from both teams. But Bergander had a hand full of Svoboda's shirt, but it is going to be Bergander at the free throw line and Zidek with the foul. Bergander with the free throw. Every moment is massive. He drains it. Great touch for a big man. 20-point lead. Half-court heave is almost good. Off the backboard and off the rim, but they can't quite get it to go. So at half-time, it's now a 20-point lead for Sweden. They lead 79-59 versus Czechia. Here's the statistics. Sweden, 20 of 37 from 54%, 6 of 20 from 3. Czechia, 9 of 30, 21 of 25 from the free throw line. Outstanding effort there, and that's a big difference between the two teams. Well, again, it could have been a highlight. That's 2 alley-oops that they haven't been able to complete. And Sweden have got to be really efficient. Otherwise, Czechia will just keep chipping away. And Vít Krejci is starting to flex his shooting muscles as well. He's 12 points, 2 of 7 from 3, but he's made his last 2. Nice left-handed finish from Gadafors. That is big-time play with the fadeaway, as Poto could not get out. And then a slam dunk in transition with power from James Carnick. And then again, right-hand dribble, lateral dribble, drains the 3. So and the MC getting the fans involved. 93-62, Estonia have beaten Slovenia in this group, which is massive. So it makes things, Estonia go to the top of the group. Slovenia currently in second. And the winner of, well, depending again on head-to-head. At the moment, Sweden have the head-to-head with +20. But that can change in a blink of an eye. Klimpman, again, that's off. He's lost his range. That's a quick fire offense, which gives Czechia more time to get their offense organised. Wow, Estonia with a massive win. They're 3-2, Slovenia 3-2. Czechia will fall to 2-3 if they lose this, and Sweden will be 2-3 as well. So it just depends who's going to be in third place on the head-to-head. Push shot, really nice play by Czechia. And now Sweden are right on that limit, 18-point lead. Balint up to 10 points. Borg. Gadefors open. Push shot, really nice. He's going to be key. Long-time national team servant for Sweden. 14 points, 6 of 7 from the field. Keep an eye on Victor Gadefors. Open three incoming is just short. Big rebound, Klintman. Mid-range J is off. Another quick offense. They've got to be careful. Sweden here. Czechia will eat into the lead at pace. Balint attacking the closeout. Krejci, great D on the blind side from Borg, and a transition foul. Will they call it? Krejci's best talent is spacing the floor when he has to attack off the dribble. As you can see there, double teamed and loses the possession. Gadefors feeling relaxed. Playing a major part for Sweden today. Krejci still in the game. Remember, the sole NBA player from Czechia at the moment. Larsson thinking about the three. They've got to move the ball quickly. Kado, nice pass. And a step-through layup for Kenny Poto. That's a beautiful assist from the Heisman Trophy winner. NCAA tournament's most outstanding player. Sweden's number 3 on defense at the moment. Krejci, hands off. All the way out. Attack off the glass. Nice play from Balint. He is having a nice ball game. 20-point lead for Sweden. Shots up, Pansar, long. Good rebound from Czechia. Can Czechia get over the hump and get it below 18? Nice pass, and that is foul on James Karnik, who's been very active, especially in this second half. Fourth foul for Poto, so he has to be careful. There's a foul against Czechia. James Karnik with an offensive foul. Kadu drawing another foul. That's 2 offensive fouls he's drawn whilst playing great D. Klintman looking for options. Needs to move the ball. They need to catch and go. Pansar. Larsson in the post. Spins baseline. I think there's a travel called on Larsson. He ended up having both feet on the floor before he put his dribble down. Timeout here by Czechia. Let's listen in. I'll give you some stats. Here's the scores by quarter. It's tied at 4 each. 24-18 to Czechia, winning the third by 6 points. They're leading by nearly as many as 30. 26 they led at half time. But it just shows if you don't keep the momentum going and don't make the most of all your offensive opportunities, things can turn around. 84% against 57% from the free throw line. Czechia need to improve that for the remainder of this game to have any chance. Firstly, getting this deficit under 17 points. Remember, Estonia beat Slovenia and topped this group as it stands at the moment. So here we go, back out of the timeout. Sainal. Quick fire release, and Martin Peterka, he has been doing that for a long time. Drains the three, and it's a 17-point lead for Peterka, and Peterka with 13 points. 4 of 11 from the field. Larson in motion, Kadu. Bergender, Larson fakes, goes left. And 2 shots incoming for Larson. Good effort by James Karnik on the defensive end, but he just wasn't quite squared up. Samora showed Larson too much of the court towards that baseline. Karnik out, 5 fouls. The bottom line is Sweden have to win this game. That's number one, for them to remain in these World Cup qualifiers with a chance of making round 2. The second objective, the bonus objective, will be winning by more than 17. Then they will have the head-to-head on Czechia. And both teams will be at 2 and 3. Such a close group. Larson, no, he misses that. Hits the front rim. Czechia. 81% now from the line, 22 of 27. 10 more makes. Sweden have than Czechia. Peterka, the three-point specialist of late. Deep three, off. Good rebound, Pansar. Larson offloads, misses, and again, I think they need to run some clock. Nearly halfway through the final quarter here. Klintman wanting Sweden ball. Martin Svoboda has the ball knocked away. Vik Krejci, nice pass inside. Throwdown, power throwdown by Martin Svoboda. And no reaction at all from the Swedish team. 16-point lead. Now, Czechia have the head-to-head. Having beaten, well, not for long. Bobby Klintman flies along the baseline for a big 2-pointer. 18 points, Bobby Klintman. What a wonderful performance from him. Let's enjoy it, possession by possession. We'll do the maths at the end of it. Klintman hits the deck hard. It's tough, it's international basketball. Pass inside, and that's a quick turnover by Kadu. Kador and nice pass, extra pass, that was glorious. That is team basketball at its best. And there was a push there by Svoboda. Czechia. Pelle Larsson coming all the way out. Does not want to give Krejci any airspace. Dribbles behind the back, goes left, crossover behind the back, and Bobby Klintman with the foul. Got to stay disciplined, Sweden. 18-point lead. If that is the final deficit or final winning margin, Sweden will have the head-to-head against Czechia. This is small margins, and both coaches and players know. With Estonia having won at 3-2, Slovenia at 3-2, Czechia would go to 3-2 as well with a win. Sweden with a win will stay in the hunt for a second round berth and will go to 2-3, as would Czechia. So it's so close for first and second, and right through to third and fourth. There's James Karnik. His time is done. His race is run for this ball game. Pressure from Czechia. They get it in. Bobby Klipman comes down the floor to help get the ball in. Barrett and Jai has got to play with a lot of maturity now. There's no doubt this Swedish team has talent. Pansa all the way in, out. Deep three is off. They just can't get it to go now. Czechia making it tough. And Krejci is ball handler as well as scorer now. Off the ball screen. He's going to step back. He has some airspace. Just off. Big rebound, Klintman, but Pansa wasn't ready, and these are unforced errors that are making things much more complicated for Czechia. (86-68). Sweden lead by 18. That's +1 on the head-to-head. Penetrate kick, nice pass. And I really like Martin Svoboda. Just no reaction, and the defense is allowing, Swedish defense allowing the Czechia player to get on the inside basket side. 4 points for Svoboda. Now, a 16-point lead for Sweden. Larson waits, he can't get it to go, and here comes Czechia. Sweden cannot afford to lose this game. Stranger things have happened in international basketball. They're just letting their concentration, waver. And those two alley-oop misses on the 2-on-1 transition, third foul for Pansa. But Sweden will not want those sort of turnovers to come back to haunt them if things don't go their way the last 3 minutes. Zamora back outside, shots up, shots good. And Andre Sainau has turned this game on its head. 13-point lead for Sweden. And this place has gone very, very quiet. What can Coach Rippinen say to turn things around now for Sweden? Great response by Czechia. Outstanding. Remember, Sweden have a 17-0 scoring run. They won the first quarter by 34-18, so they were 18 up after quarter one. Then add another 8 to that. 26 points up at the half. And now they lead by 13, so Czechia have halved that advantage. But hats off to Czechia on the road. They knew what the situation was. If we're going to lose, which it certainly looked like at half-time, and there's Atkinson, he can't help today. But this is where Pelle Larsson, the young NBA star, has to deliver. And Gadafors in as well. They need some experience to manage this game. 14-7, Czechia lead this quarter, having won the third quarter by 6. And again, Baganda just can't get it to go. And Pelle Larsson speaking to the ref. He needs to focus on Krejci before he pulls up from, say, 30 feet. Say now, what a gritty performance by Czechia. Krejci off the glass, going left, finishes right. Outrageous finish from the three-point specialist. 14 points for Vít Krejci. No points scored for over 3 minutes now for Sweden. Bergander with the foul drawn. Czechia will go into team fouls. On the next foul, shots up, but that's a tough one for Pelle Larsson. He was fading away, and it's an 11-point lead. They can get it under 10. Anything's possible. The momentum of this game and the atmosphere in the stadium has completely changed. Big three, and it's missed, and a sigh of relief as Vít Krejci just couldn't get that to go. Inside, Bergander fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2 shots. It just shows when you're leading for such a great first quarter, when Czechia were just completely off the pace. And even the second quarter, Sweden were in total command. 61 points they scored in the half. 61-35. And now it's 16-7 in the fourth to Czechia, having won the third 24-18. 11-point lead for Sweden. They're still in control, but the tide has completely turned. $86-75. Can this talented Swedish team, and you know they have all the talent, they have the moves, it was all working in the first half, and some unforced errors in this second half have really caused a problem. Just 10 turnovers and 10 steals and 22 assists. Some great stats as Bergander at the line. These are massive free throws. And he misses, and it's just everything is going Czechia's way. And they will retain the head-to-head. Sweden go to Slovenia, who Estonia have just beaten on Monday. And Czechia will play Estonia. Now Sweden needs to up things to try and get it back up to 17. They're -5 on the head-to-head now. Or tying the head-to-head. Sejna goes left, and off the glass there was some shirt tugging as well there on that play, and Ondrej Sejna will go to the line. Ara Njai, personal foul, 2 free throws incoming. Just got to find a way of staying together as a unit, because everything was going their way in the first half, and second half, some of it their own making, but some great play, gritty defense, togetherness, resilience, relentless drive from Czechia, and the team in blue are back in control of their destination and their destiny in these World Cup qualifiers as it stands in relation to the head-to-head with Sweden, even if Sweden do end up winning this game. As long as, from a Czechia point of view, they just need Sweden to win by less than 17, which at the moment is happening. 12-point lead for Sweden. Coach challenge. Nice screen there from Svoboda. 2 meters 2, 24 years old. That's what started the playoff, but you can see what Njai's doing. He's got his hand on the vest of the playing jersey of Ondrej Sejnau. And that's not allowed. Well, the referees have made their decision on the challenge. And it is being called an unsportsmanlike foul, and things are going bad to worse for Sweden here. Sweden have one coach's challenge left. And I think, you know, seeing that, it's just a young player's mistake. Njai at the line. Ondrej Sejnau. 2 of 2 from the line. 19 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds. 2 of 3 now. Czechia cannot afford to miss any free throws or make any mistakes down the stretch. Second one good, and they will retain possession. 11-point lead for Sweden. 26-point lead they had at half-time, just to reiterate that. But it just shows when you're so far ahead, it's all about managing the game. Paterka closely guarded by Pansar. Sejnau step, nice job on the step back, but he gets another look here. Just off, ball's loose, Bergander with the rebound. Victor Gadafors attacks. Now Sweden need to play quick to try and get the lead back to 18, back outside. Larson is blocked. Great defensive positioning. And that was Krejci, one NBA player versus another, going head to head. And now Larson has Krejci. Vit Krejci. Can he make another hero three? Pulls up, off the glass. Ball's loose, they get another chance. Last 15 seconds. They can just keep possession now. Sweden need the ball if they want to get the head-to-head above 17. Shots up, off, and time's going to run out. Sweden win the ball game, but they're going to have to beat. They're going to have to beat Slovenia in that last game, because if they are on the same win-loss record, which they are at the moment, Czechia will have the head-to-head. So it's all going down to the last game. Sweden need a win, and they need Czechia to lose against Estonia. Amazing game, great fight back by Czechia. In the end, maybe Ludvig Hackinson was missed, but it gave us an insight, a glimpse of the future of Swedish basketball. They've got a lot to learn, these young players, but they have got some great talent, and they're being guided by Mika Rippinen, a really good young coach. And flipping to the other side, Lubos Barton, excellent job by him, dragging Czechia back within the head-to-head margin for Czechia. But they've done what they had to do the first part. They've won the game, and it all rests now on game day 6. Sweden will be 2-3, Czechia will be 2-3, but Sweden will remain in 4th spot. They will have to beat Slovenia in Slovenia, and Czechia, if Sweden do that, Czechia will need to beat Estonia. So the crowd have had a real ride of emotions tonight, but that's still a really good win for Sweden. It's just the amount of the win. I think Pansel's probably saying to Rippinen, coach, we had them there. We had this game fully under control, as well as the head-to-head, but it just couldn't keep it going all the way through. Here's the percentages. Sweden 53% from 2, Czechia 50%, 28 and 22% from 3. They didn't shoot the three-point as well. Sweden, a good job on the free throws. And Pelle Larsson receiving some sort of award there. Larsson 19, Klintman 18, Gadafors 14. Played big in the second half. Sonu with a massive 20. Krejci came alive in the second half as well for Czechia, as he had to get that lead down to a manageable amount. But these young fans have had a real treat seeing their Swedish heroes and a great Czechia team. Here's the highlights. Nice job there by Gadafors with the push shot off the glass. And Kenny Poto. A nice play from Czechia. And this was beautiful. Larsson to Bergander. To high-flying Bobby Klintman. 23 years old, Bobby, and look at him flying above the hoop. He's had NBA experience, G League. And then this was a big three as well from Sejnal. And then Krejci, that was outrageous, going left, finishing right, just to keep really tough. He had a tough second half to Krejci, just showing what he can do for this Czechia team. So let's look at the standings. Sweden remain bottom, both Czechia and Sweden 2 and 3, Estonia top 3 and 2, Slovenia 3 and 2. Estonia winning 93-62 in the other game. Big win for Estonia. So the game's on Monday. Czechia versus Estonia in Czechia, and Sweden will travel to Slovenia. Well, they had a massive lead at half-time, and Czechia were in big trouble, but they came back. Sweden win, but Czechia have the head-to-head. Good night.